Hello, how y'all doing? Curtie Cool back again, baby. Curtie Cool. I got a great show for you today. Yeah, Curtie Cool. I want to say, hey, I'm so grateful, so thankful for you guys to tune in to Curtie Cool. Curtie Cool, baby. As you can see, Curtie Cool wears his cap backwards again. It don't matter how old you are, you can wear your cap any kind of way you want to. I'm going to tell y'all why I wanted to wear my cap backwards again. Somebody sent another crazy message. Why you wear your cap backwards? You're too old to wear your cap backwards. But that's why Curtie Cool kindly deleted you, baby. Because Curtie Cool can wear his cap backwards. He can wear it sideways. He can wear it falling off his head. He can wear it any kind of way you want to now. You know what I'm saying? You're never too old to wear your cap any kind of way you want to. I don't care how old you get, baby. Curtie Cool. So whoever that person was, you might not never live to see my age, baby. I'm Curtie Cool. And as long as I live, I will wear my cap any kind of way I want to, baby. So now let's move on. I'm Curtie Cool, baby. I'm bypass the caps because I'm gonna wear my cap any kind of way I want to, baby. Because I'm Curtie Cool. Now, I got a little situation here, world, and I need y'all to help me out here. I got a request to do this story about a young lady by the name of Aija Brown and her 17-month-old baby, Nariah Brown. Now, this is the situation. I mean, these women with these babies. Aija Brown has a 17-month-old baby. Now, for some odd reason, she's at a motel somewhere with some guy, I guess, of a friend or somebody she knew somewhere along the way. Somewhere. Here we go again with these babies, man. Now, I want to say to Aija Brown, now where was your husband? What you doing in a motel with your 17-month baby in the motel with a grown-ass man who you think was just somebody that you knew, a friend of a family member, and you in a motel with a grown-ass man? So now you decide to leave this 17-month baby in the motel with a grown-ass man while you go take a friend somewhere? He left in the motel with this 17-month baby, y'all? Now guess what, world? Did she not know that this man was a pedophile? Now, a child predator left in the motel with this 17-month baby. I mean, it breaks my heart again. You know, she comes back. Now, this is the beginning of the story now. She comes back. Now her child is going through, I guess, some odd behavior until it's at a point where she have to do CPR on this child now. So the child dies. She realized that this child has been sexually assaulted by this grown-ass man that she said who is a key evidence of molesting this 17-month. Now, number one, Aija, what you doing in the motel with some grown-ass man who is a predator, you know, and somehow he's a child molester who has violated his parole, and you in a motel with some child predator? Now, I want to ask Aija some questions now. I'm really, really concerned about this. Where was that biological father? Now, don't give me the story again that the father was parental alienated away from his kid. Now you just stumble up in the motel with a grown-ass man. Then what you doing in the motel with another man, baby, with some pedophile in the room in the motel with your baby, and you leave your 17-month baby in the motel while you go take a friend somewhere? You didn't know this man was a pedophile? Hey, well, y'all tell me what you think about this. These women meeting these men and leaving these babies with these grown-ass men they don't know nothing about, man. It just breaks my heart, man. Here we go again. And I tell a lot of these women out here, please get this stuff straight. With all this parental alienating these kids away from the biological fathers, and y'all just out here doing your thing with these new babies and with these kids and with these little girls, and you just leaving them with these pedophiles and with these grown-ass men you don't know nothing about. Now the little girl comes up, raped, and she dies. So now, authority, they arrest this guy who they feel who did this to this baby, who molested this baby, who raped this baby, and who killed this baby. Again, Aija, why would you leave your baby girl, Nariah Brown, into a motel room with a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying, that's a friend of a friend, and now your kid comes up molested and she dies? I mean, what did you expect? You gonna leave your baby in the room with a grown-ass man who is a pedophile? Well, what you think about this? Do you think this mother should be accountable for this? I mean, man, it's no other words to say but this mother who allowed this grown-ass man to watch over her kids while she go ride out somewhere with her girlfriend to take somebody somewhere. I mean, I know a lot of women like that. I mean, they meet this new man and they leave the babies with this new man, and they go ride out and they go smoke weed and they go drink and they go party for an hour or two somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They got these guys taking these baby girls into these homes, or leaving these baby girls in the homes with these grown-ass men who is not supposedly to be the baby's father. And you don't know what these guys are doing to these little girls. Y'all got to be careful about that. Now, world, do you all feel that this mother, she should be held accountable for this as well? Because ain't no way in the world you should be leaving your baby girl with some friend of a friend, and you know he was a registered sex offender or whatever he was, a child predator. Y'all be careful out here. You single women's out here, why didn't you stick with the baby's father? Why didn't you guys make it work? What happened to keeping the mother and the biological father relationship together so both parents can be in that child's life? Why would a woman just destroy all of that And then you wake up one day and your little kid, your little girl, is being raped by a pedophile. Somebody that you just went and laid up with, or you just got with, or just met. And you calling that your man? And then all of a sudden, look what happens. Oh, Lord. So now, how could she just lay that little girl into that room with a grown-ass man who's not even the biological father? Now, was she on drugs? Or she just didn't care? You know what I mean? I remember when years ago, when I had just moved back from California to Houston, I ran into a woman who had just had a newborn baby. I was out in the club just kind of relaxing, because I was getting over this stuff the way the baby mother did me in California. So I moved back to Houston. Now all of a sudden, I'm just sitting back and I meet a woman and she just had a newborn baby. So she wants to invite me to come see her. I'm walking her to the car. And the first thing she tells me is that, I want to tell you something. I think you're a really nice guy. But I'm going to tell you something. I have a newborn baby. I said, you have a newborn baby? Yeah, but me and the father is not together. I say, what? You and the baby father is not together? Why is that? You guys have a newborn baby, but you guys are not together? Well, the grandmother, said that he's not a fit father, but the man works every day. He goes to work. He brings home the check. And now you don't want him to be in his kid life? You see what I'm saying? So she pushes the father away, and there's some men out there, they would walk away in a heartbeat, ladies. Okay, if that's the way you want it, they wouldn't be my kind of guy, a nice guy. Oh, okay, that's the way you want it? You don't want me to see my child? Okay, he just pack up and just leave. You never see him again. You know what I mean? And so I said, ma'am, look, I'm sorry. I just left a situation where I'm trying to clear my head and get myself together, because the way these people did me out in California, with my kid, and they did all this parental alienation, and now I come to Texas and I run across somebody who's doing this to their kid. I said, I'm sorry, man, but I don't think I want to be involved into this type of friendship, because I don't want to be a part of this. And I told her just like that. I kind of think you need to find that baby father, and you guys need to work it out. I don't want to be a part of this, ma'am. So I told her just like that. I don't know what's going on with these women when they have these babies and they just go get with another man who's not even the father. Newborn babies, man. And so, Nariah Brown story, it's just heartbreaking, y'all. How could this baby mother, Aija Brown, just leave this little 17-month baby into the motel with a man she met or she knew? But did you not know that this guy was a predator or a registered sex offender? Did you not know that he had violated his parole? Did you not know that this man was a registered sex offender who had no intentions but wanted to just molest your child? You see what I'm saying? These women are putting all their trust into these men they just meet, and they have newborn babies, and they parental alienate the babies away from the biological father, and then they run into a worse situation. You know what I mean? So they arrest this guy because he is the last person of interest that she left with her child. And her child dies. The baby girl dies because they find out that she was sexually assaulted by this sick predator. And y'all had to excuse me on this one, but I just kind of like, I'm blown away with this kind of stuff. You know, now we just kind of working through Maleah Davis' story. Now here we go again about this story out in Virginia. And this mother just leaves her 17-month-old girl with a grown-ass man. And guess what? He was a predator. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about this a whole lot more. I'm going to continually to upgrade about this. I had someone to message me and ask me to please talk about this story. You know, I'm getting it started right now. And I'm going to be talking more and more about this particular story. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on this story. Tell me your feelings about this story. The little girl's name is Nariah Brown out in Virginia, I think, yes. You guys could pull up the story and read about it. Share your feelings and tell me what you think about it. I mean, to start out with, that's not cool to leave no baby girl with no man you just met. And ladies, I'm going to tell you something. This kind of stuff here should be against the law to leave your baby girls with grown men that you don't even know. If you can't work it out with the baby's father, why would you leave a baby girl with a grown man that you don't know anything about, and you got a baby father over here who wants to be in his child's life, and you doing everything you can to avoid your baby's father, to keep him away from his kids because you are selfish. You are a narcissist who only thinking about yourself. See what I'm saying? This right here is why the kids are so messed up in the head. They have so much bitterness. They have so much, they just lost and just don't know which way to turn to, because all of this stuff has mentally abused them for so long, until it's like they're just so dysfunctional, until you just don't know which way they are going to go once they grow up. When you take away a kid's biological parent, that does something to a kid. Now, I'm going to be looking into this story a lot more with this Nariah Brown and this Aija Brown. And trust me, I can't understand it just like you can, world. And Aija, girl, how could you do this? You let your baby girl down by leaving this girl with this grown-ass man in a motel room. You know what I mean? Now this girl dies because this predator molests her. How you gonna live with yourself, man? Again. So y'all share your feelings, what you think about this. You know, I had a request and I wanted to, get started with it and start talking about it. Since this thing here seems like it's about kids and predators and how they are killing the kids and abusing the kids and all this kind of crazy stuff. I mean, this world seems like it's coming to an end, man. I'm not lying. Especially when all these crazy things, abnormal things are happening to the kids. The kids supposed to be our future. The kids need a better form of direction. The kids need both parents into their life. And how could a baby mother let that kid down? You kept that father away from his kid. Now look what happened to this girl. But anyway, y'all please subscribe, like, hit the bell, share your feelings, what you think about this. I'm going to be talking about this story a little bit more a little later on. You guys can pull it up. Nariah Brown out in Virginia. I mean, her daughter, your daughter died after being sexually assaulted. And how could this mother just leave this little baby with a grown-ass man? Now, the cops have this guy, in for questioning. But did she not know that he was a sex offender? Did she not know that he violated his parole? Did she not know that, when you with a pedophile, you know what's going to happen if you leave your little girl with this sick-minded person, man. But anyway, it's CURTIEECOOL, man. It just breaks my heart, man. It really, truly do, man. So anyway, y'all make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, share this story, tell a friend. Tell me how you feel. And we'll talk about this together. I want the world, all my fans, all my friends, all my subscribers to talk about this with me together. This particular person who shared this to me, maybe you do need some counseling. Maybe you need the world to help you through this. Or maybe you are looking for answers to what, when, where, how this stuff happened. You know what I mean? So I can understand how you feel on that. But take it from CURTIEECOOL. Never allow your baby mother to leave your precious baby girl with some other grown-ass man. I thought people would have learned something by now that you can't do that. In this day and time, you can't do that. This world is changing tremendously. It's rarely and you barely can trust anybody. And there's a lot of young people just in this world who are naive. You see what I'm saying? They just so freely loose, just leave a child with anybody. And I heard this little girl was so bubbly. She loved to smile. She would just run up to anybody and give them a big old hug, just real playful. Hey, y'all watch that. Make sure you teach and train your children properly. Don't go around smiling at strangers. Don't go around just running up to grown men they don't know anything about and just giving them a big old hug and all that kind of stuff. You teach your kids at an early age. Do not be running up to no grown-ass man, smiling at no grown-ass man, and just running up to him and hugging him. So I fault that mother again for not having that father in her life, and not taking out the time to teach this young girl. You got to teach these kids. You got to train them. You got to talk to them. You got to school them. You got to make sure their head is in the right direction. You got to make sure that they grow up to be very intelligent and very smart and not go get themselves caught up going the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Just like Maleah David Sturr, caught up with the wrong people. And you do have to take out the time and teach your kids. Do not be running up to no stranger and hugging all on strangers and sitting all up in their laps. You know, giving a grown-ass man to overpower your little girl. You know, and they getting off on your little girl, and you come to find out that was a pedophile. You know what I mean? So y'all be careful out there, women. Y'all be careful. You know, this Curtie Cool, once again, you protect your kids, and you show all the security and the support for your little kids and your little girls, man. Also do the same thing with your little boys, because it can go either way. Y'all be careful out there. So for that brother who sent me that email, brother, hey man, I feel your pain. Your daughter dies because of a child molester. You should fault that baby mother for leaving that little girl with that pedophile. You know what I mean? Y'all stop leaving these little kids with these people that y'all don't know. So anyway, y'all leave y'all comment, tell a friend, pass this story on, look it up, just search it out. Nariah Brown, you know, she was killed. She was sexually assaulted, I think, by a pedophile out in Richmond, somewhere, Virginia, somewhere out there. Y'all make sure y'all pass the word. And y'all tell me some more about this thing, how y'all feel. And I'm going to keep talking about this every chance I get from time to time. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. What's Curtie Cool's slogan, baby? Curtie Cool. Curtie Cool, baby. Okay, bye.